It's tempting, but no. That hat looks absolutely ridiculous, adventurer! And it's heavy as hell, too. What's happening, Captain? What's new, kangaroos? It's your dandy, Candy. And welcome to another episode of Drinking Good, where my hat keeps making that really funny noise, but I can't move my head too much or else it'll fall the fuck off. But as you can guess by the spooky ooky costume that we are wearing today, even though it is the middle of November at this point, we're going to be trying a couple of Halloween-themed wines and drinks that we had laying around because, well, why the fuck not? When you see a lot of people clamoring around for Thanksgiving-themed drinks, I don't think so.
Well, you might as well. I mean, Halloween's pretty much dead anyway.
The fuck's you talking about? Where's your glasses?
Oh, I'm wearing contacts.
You know, honestly, I mean, I love to decorate with skulls and funky colors and ghosts and ghouls and goblins and stuff all year round. So Halloween's pretty much 365 for me. But it really has changed quite a bit over the years. I think a lot of folks are just kind of bummed out because it ain't the way that it used to be for them. So a lot of people are just kind of struggling with the newness of it. But we'll get into that while we have our drinks. Let's go ahead and get started. Drinkademus, why don't you go ahead and introduce the drinks that we're going to be having tonight?
Why, certainly, adventurer. Today we will be having 19 Crimes, Australian Red Blend Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein Australian Cabernet Sauvignon. Then we will be sampling Mozart Pumpkin Spice Chocolate Liqueur, and finishing with Crown Royal Chocolate Canadian Whiskey. And now let the bibbidi-bobbidi booze commence! Aha!
Well, there you go. Let's get started. So for our first entry, we're going to be trying 19 Crimes Red Blend Bride of Frankenstein. This is an Australian red blend by 19 Crimes, obviously by what I just said there. These were put out last year as a Halloween exclusive. I know they also have a Mummy Chardonnay, but we don't drink Chardonnay in this house. We also have a bottle of the Frankenstein Cabernet, and as you may have noticed, the cork has already been popped on this. Well, that's because even though they put these back out this year, both of these bottles that I got were from last year. And I really don't know jack shit about how to properly preserve bottles of wine, so I wanted to test them first to make sure they were actually still drinkable before I did a video about it. Because otherwise, these would be really nice cooking wines instead. Now, these are really neat. One of the cool things about this is apparently the label glows in the dark. We're not going to test that out here, but get yourself a bottle, you find out for yourself. And they also have a little QR code here that if you scan it, it comes up with a little animation explaining it. I'm old as fuck. I have no idea how to do that on here as well. So let's go ahead and pop this top and get right on into it.
Tell me, adventurer, have you had 19 Crimes wine before?
You know, I have had a couple of other 19 Crime. Excuse me while I adjust myself in my super squeaky chair. Now, I have had a couple of other 19 Crime wines before. That is a good question, Drinkademus. And I am a bit of a fan of the brand itself. I mean, they do got some pretty solid stuff. They got this one that's got like, they use a rum barrel for it. It is so good. You take a sip of that and that rum barrel just right in your mouth. Oh, explosion of flavor right in your mouth, honey. The Cali Reds are right as well. But I do like their 19 Crimes. They do got some pretty solid entries, especially for beginning wine fans, wine enthusiasts that are just starting to get into wine, or you're looking for something economical that you can find pretty much anywhere. 19 Crimes, they make some good stuff. All right, so this is a red blend. It's supposed to have notes of blueberry, chocolate, and cherry. Let's go ahead and give it a sniff, shall we? Very nice body to it. It's got a hint of that berry in there, a little bit of that dark chocolate. You get that tang of the cherry. Very nice. A little bit of earthy oak in there. It even though I have yet to find the full mix of what they used for the red blend, this feels like it's got a bit of a Pinot Noir body to it. It definitely hits in that tannin, cherry, right in that. It feels very Pinot in its presentation. So let's go ahead and give it a sip, shall we? Very tasty stuff. It's got a little tartness to it from that tannin. It is definitely a more in the richer notes there. It's definitely a nice dark shade to it. Very tasty stuff. You get that little hint of plum in there. Plum is definitely one of them notes. Cherry, chocolate on the back end, a little bit of that blueberry to roll it on in the tongue. Very tasty stuff. Very scrumptious. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off, and then we'll get to the Cabernet.
All right, Melvin, you're going to have to unpack that claim there about Halloween being dead. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, it's just like a big corporate commercial mess nowadays. It's just been ruined by assholes. I mean, kids don't even trick or treat anymore.
A big part of that is because people do trunk or treating nowadays rather than trick or treating, and I think it's a good idea, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a lot safer for the kids, and also, you know, with the prices of everything going up these days, you don't have to worry about going down to the store and buying a bag of candy that's going to cost you $25 to $30 because you ain't going to need it. Ain't no need for trick or treating. Everybody does trunk or treating. Now I know there's some people hung up on that because they're used to the tradition of doing trick or treating, but I don't know. I think it's a nice trade off. I think it's cool. And it's me from having to buy a candy that I ain't gonna eat. And now it's on to that Frankenstein's monster of a Cabernet.
Oh, what does the cork say, adventurer?
You want to know what the cork says?
Yes, show us the cork.
19 Crimes is notorious for having these cute little corks with their wines whenever they put them out. Sometimes they have goofy little things on them that say things. Sometimes it's like you get the Cali Red and it's got a picture of Snoop on there. Well, for the Universal Monster ones, it's just a little 19 Crimes Universal Monsters collab. It's kind of bland, kind of boring. It'd been cool if they had done like the monsters on the cork. Hint, hint, for if they come out with these next year, 19 Crimes, you got another year to fix that. All right, let's go ahead and get on to that Cabernet, shall we? So, Cabernet. Very nice dark body to it. Almost looks like grape juice. Let's give it a sniff. Very nice body to it. Very subtle. Definite notes of blackberry in that. All right, let's go ahead and give it a sip. About damn near jumped down my throat. Very tasty stuff. You get a little bit of that definitely on the blackberry note now. Very good, very tasty. A little tart, but it's not as tart as the Bride is. Definitely more subtle in that tartness. You definitely get the blackberry in there, the blueberry in there. Very nice stuff. I'm probably gonna drink these quick because they do have a little hint of vinegar on the end, but that's on my part because again, I don't know shit about keeping bottles and all that stuff. I'm just glad they're at least somewhat drinkable. I'm sure if they were fresher, they'd be much better, but very tasty, very nice all the same, even after a year of having them on the shelf.
All right, well, that's one of your claims shot down. What other things fishing in your cornflakes about Halloween?
Well, then there's those assholes who like to put things in the candy like drugs and needles and razor blades and stuff like that. It just really ruins the fun of it.
Nobody is putting their weed candy in with the trick-or-treat candy. Are you kidding me? That is some scare tactic, dare-ass bullshit that they've been doing ever since I was a kid, where they talking about, oh, be careful, they might have put some of the reefer in your Snickers bar. You're gonna have to watch out. They might have put some psilocybin mushrooms in those Twizzlers. Every year they do this thing. But here's the truth, honey. I've seen how much drug candy costs. I've seen how much weed candy costs, honey. Nobody is spending $30 for a weed candy bar just to somehow oopsie doopsie fucksy wucksy mix it up with your regular snack size mix that you're putting out for the kids. It's not happening, honey. I don't care how high you is. I don't care how strong that milligram is, honey. The need to not waste money after you just spent that much on something will always override that. You ain't mixing them candies up, honey. It ain't happening. No. No, sir. No, sir.
Ah, but what about the needles and the razor blade? Oh, they do that, though, for real, don't they?
Well, unfortunately, that is a truth, though. That's another reason why the trunk or treat thing is so good. Because, yeah, even though that whole thing started out as an urban legend, you did have people that started actually doing shit like that, putting needles and shit in candy. That does happen, unfortunately. So yeah, that's part of the reason why trunk or treating is a better option.
See? Well, at least I was half right.
Yeah, but you're still a whole ass.
The best part about wines is letting them breathe a bit, get more of that flavor that just blooms in your mouth. And while we're sitting there talking about silliness of propaganda like that, you definitely get more of that berry on the end, that little bit of that blackberry, a little bit of that. It's very juicy on the end of that with that Cabernet. Very nice stuff. Honey, it is late at night and this hat weighs like 10 pounds, so I'm sure I ain't making much sense of anything. Let's go ahead and get on to our next drinks while I finish this up, shall we? Our third entry is going to be Mozart Chocolate Cream Pumpkin Spice Liqueur. Now, we've done some Mozart on these videos before with our Boozy Sundays. We haven't really tried this one out on the videos yet, so let's go ahead and give this a try, shall we?
My, what a lovely spherical bottle.
Well, I am a fan of balls. I do like a nice shaped bottle, and that is a very pretty bottle. It's like a fancier version of the Buzzball bottle. I know, I agree. It's very cute, very Christmas ornamenty. I'm Southern, we gotta draw. Okay, so color-wise, it looks like coffee. Prove me wrong. It looks like creamy coffee. Smell-wise, you definitely get a hit of that liquor in there. Certainly the notes of that chocolate. A little spicy, I want to say. It's got almost kind of like a spicy graham crackery smell to it. Maybe allspice in there, a little cinnamon, nutmeg. Very nice. Let's go ahead and give this a sip, shall we? Let's go. Oh, that is so damn smooth. Tasty. Sweet with that nice, like almost like a Tootsie Roll chocolate. And that really nice little hint of warm pumpkin spice. Very tasty stuff right here. Oh my goodness. You know, we did like a whole bunch of pumpkin themed drink videos last year. I'm kind of glad we didn't do any of them pumpkin beer videos this year, because oh my god, I am so sick of pumpkin beer. But ooh, this is not bad. A pumpkin liqueur, very nice. This will go really good in like a coffee. Maybe you're having yourself some pumpkin bread. You go really good with that. Pour this on that pumpkin bread now, honey. Why don't you boozy up your pumpkin bread? Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, Melvin, it seems to me that Halloween is still alive and well with all the evidence laid out before us.
Yeah, I mean, oh no, you ain't gotta buy a bunch of candy you don't need anyway. So what? Shit's overpriced out the ass anyhow.
At least you can still go out and have a party, maybe even decorate a little.
Yeah, if you like the color pink, that is.
Man, you want to talk about manufacturer outrage? That right there is manufacturer outrage. Y'all need to leave the color pink alone. First of all, you've been able to buy pink colored Halloween shit for ages. Okay, and second of all this color palette stuff is just so bonkers. It's so ridiculous, honey. And I'm trying not to be biased on this, but as you may or may not have noticed, I am a bit of a fan of the color pink. my favorite shade is magenta. So I do have my own opinion about pink Halloween. And I think people are just being a little over the top, pearl clutchy about it, because you've been able to buy pink Halloween themed stuff for years. I've been able to see and spot pink colored skulls and bats and spiders and all that good stuff for over 2 decades now. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's become a big issue about pink Halloween. It's ridiculous. I think that it's just some kind of manufactured outrage, just like that Cracker Barrel shit was, where it's like people are just upset to be upset. It's home decor. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta buy it. But why you gotta bitch about everybody else wanting to buy it? It's just silly. Don't be silly. If you really like the decor but you don't like the color, just go over to the hardware store and buy a can of Krylon, honey. You can fix that problem. But I just think people are just getting a little too pearl clutchy when it comes to your the color palettes of Halloween. I mean, yeah, no, we all know the quote unquote traditional, because let's be honest, it's all just commercial bullshit. The stuff that people usually associate with Halloween, it's all just commercials. It's usually like black, green, orange, and purple. Okay, wow, that's a very impressive palette. It's very funky colors. Why can't pink be a part of that? Pink goes all the way from carnation to magenta, and is oftentimes used in horror to illustrate the supernatural and spooky otherworldliness. Think of an H.P. Lovecraft movie. How many times is the symbolism for the unknown represented through magenta lights? It's pink is a very scary color. I think you should be a lot more scared of the color pink than a lot of folks think they is. Even fashion-wise, pink started out as blood, stained clothes, that you couldn't get the blood out of the clothes, so it just stained them pink. That's where it started out as a fashion trend. It's not just a cutesy, warm, happy color. It does have some very nefarious origins to it, and it does represent a lot of very subtle horror, neon horror, otherworldly horror, things like that. So to sit there and complain about pink for Halloween is just silly. It's totally a great color for Halloween. It's a great color for pretty much any holiday except for St. Patty's Day. I even like myself a little pink Christmas. I got a little tree and up and everything. Even got the old Christmas card. Look out. Why are you scared of the color pink? You should be scared of the color pink. Let's finish this off and get to our last one, yeah? Goodness gracious. Whole world's falling apart on fire. People complaining about the color pink for Halloween. Judging.
Are you judging?
Are we judging?
Judging.
We're judging, Trigodemus. We're judging.
Judging. Ha ha.
I ain't even wearing pink and we judging. Now, for our last entry, this one is a personal treat of mine, because as soon as I heard that this was out on the shelves, I had a fucking flip out when I heard about it. This right here, this right here is Crown Royal chocolate. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if this is 100% their Halloween flavor, because they do seasonal beverages. I'm not sure if this is their Christmas season drink or if this is their autumn season drink. I'm not sure. But the idea of Crown Royal Canadian whiskey with a hint of chocolate just sounds like sex in your mouth. And I have been looking for this. I found it at a liquor store for $30, and I was like, that's a little too much. Let me be honest. $30. It's Crown Royal. I love me some Crown, but $30 is a little much. And then I happened to come across an entire pallet of this over at the grocery store right down the road from me for $23. So we got ourselves one of these. There's a couple other cute things I want to try for the holiday season. But yeah, $23 at a grocery store. Why? It's crazy that it's cheaper at a grocery store than it is at a liquor store. Isn't that nuts?
Do you think they might have had a good price of it over at Total Wine Adventurer?
Well, I would, but here's the thing. That place is like 20 minutes out, and I can go down the street and get it for cheap. So, over it.
You're over it?
Over it. Over it. There's other places I can get liquor at besides Total Wine. So let's go ahead and pop this top, shall we?
You know, Adventurer, you probably should have cleaned that glass a little better.
You're right. I probably should have cleaned the glass out a little bit better, but I don't care. I don't care. See my hands, they're in the air. Tried to look around to give a fucking no, there was none there. Okay then, shall we? Crown Royal Chocolate. Smell wise, oh, it is so chocolatey. Very chocolatey on this presentation. Heavenly. Well, let's go ahead and just give this a sip, shall we? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, damn. Oh, Oh, that is it right there, honey. Put me in the box and put a stamp on it. I'm going home. I'm going home. That is delightful. This is definitely a dessert whiskey right there. If you are a fan of Crown Royal, oh, very scrumptious stuff right here. Oh my goodness, that is so scrumptious. You get a full mouth of chocolate in every sip of that. Oh, it's so good. Nothing but chocolatey goodness. It's almost like a dark chocolate, like a cacao nib in there. So scrumptious, so tasty. And then you get that nice burn that you get from the Crown Royal that you're used to now. Very sweet, very chocolatey. Got a good burn to it. Very tasty dessert whiskey right there.
So, just a question, Kenny. Are we going back to doing the drinking videos, or are we still doing crafting videos? Things are just a little confusing, so.
You know, I'm thinking when maybe one of these days, I'm not 100% on that. I am thinking about honestly splitting the channel up and doing Drinking Good on its own channel, and then just doing the art stuff on the regular channel. There really isn't enough views on the Drinking Good stuff to really justify doing an extra channel. But I do plan to keep doing Drinking Good videos. Just I'm going to be doing a lot more art themed stuff because that's a lot more affordable to do. Because I'm kind of stuck not being able to actually work at the moment because I'm having to take care of family. So yeah, that's part of why we're cutting back on a lot of stuff. It's more important, but it's frustrating at the same time. And family is way more important than all that, but it's a little frustrating. So we're gonna keep doing Drinking Good when we can, but we're gonna be doing a lot more art themed stuff. And that I'm fine with that. Are y'all fine with that? Y'all good with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. Ha! Gotcha. But yeah, no, we're definitely gonna be coming back and maybe doing a couple holiday themed ones that are non-alcoholic as well, because it would be kind of nice and add some ideas. But we're gonna be definitely coming back soon. We got some more video plans for the crafting stuff that we're gonna be doing. This is kind of nice to have a second to sit down because it's been hella busy and very stressful. So it's kind of nice to have a couple of drinks and just share how we feel about it. This right here, very scrumptious stuff. I had heard that supposedly there is a maple crown as well. And that just sounds like some holy grail shit right there. So if I could find me some of that, you know for sure I'm going to be doing a video about that. Because, ooh, that just sounds too good to resist. Add this chocolate crown though, very scrumptious stuff. And I saw Jack Daniels had like a blackberry one too. I might give that a try if I can find one. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and wrap this up, shall we? If you didn't know, maybe it's the first time you're hearing about it now, I am a bit of an artist. And I have myself an Etsy shop.
Etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. Hey.
Well, there you go. I'm about 3 sheets to the wind at the moment. If you feel like helping out, maybe giving us a tip and contributing to the channel a bit, Venmo link right down there. No pressure. If you don't feel like it, I understand completely. Anyways, this has been Candy Dandy. Thank you for your time. And I hope you have a good. Let's go.